The latest addition to our global family of nations, the 196th country on Earth, we're keeping track. It's called Chaz. Chaz's gleaming capital rises from land that once belonged to an indigenous but now nearly extinct tribe known as the Seattle Police Department.
I want to update you all on the situation at the East Precinct. The decision to board up the precinct, our home, the first precinct I worked in, was something I have been holding off. You should know, leaving the precinct was not my decision. You fought for days to protect it. I asked you to stand on that line, day in and day out, to be pelted with projectiles, to be screamed at, threatened, and in some cases hurt. Then to have a change of course nearly 2 weeks in, it seems like an insult to you and our community. Ultimately, the city had other plans for the building and relented to severe public pressure. I'm angry about how this all came about. I understand that my comments in this message may be leaked to the public, but I'm not concerned about that. I stand by what I'm saying.
How do a group of people with no useful skills, no record of achievement or personal hygiene, a group capable of smashing windows and setting fires but nothing else, how do a group like that create an entirely new nation? Well, that's a question we may soon face here in the United States, in fact, given our current trajectory. It's never easy to build things with people who can only destroy. And yet, Chaz pulled it off. They haven't actually built anything in Chaz. It's still mostly graffiti and discarded Starbucks cups. Nor is it fully a democracy. In fact, the country is run by a warlord/rapper called Raz, whose last paying job was renting out his own apartment on Airbnb. It is, in other words, a work in progress. But Chaz does have one functioning institution. It's a Department of Agriculture. It's up and running. Chazastanis are a proud, independent people, and they plan to feed themselves. The farmers of Chaz have big dreams. They imagine several more square feet of kale and organic scallions planted in Dixie cups, and of course cannabis. Naturally, officials in nearby Washington state have become bitterly jealous of this thriving breakaway republic. 2 days ago, Jay Inslee, the small-minded governor of Washington, pretended he had never even heard of Chaz.
Well, that's news to me, so I'll have to reserve any comment about it. I have not heard anything about that.
Please, it's ridiculous. The media, meanwhile, and not surprisingly, have missed the story completely. They're pretending Chaz isn't even a real country. They're calling it a street fair.
Hundreds of demonstrators have been gathering in what is being described as part protest zone, part commune, part street festival.
You know, the president calls them anarchists, and somebody could call it anarchy, but it's more so to the extent that you could call it a community takeover, suggesting that the U.S. military would use force. We're talking about 6 blocks here. This is the Capitol Hill neighborhood in the heart of Seattle. We're talking about a 6-block area. It's much more of a pedestrian street fair type atmosphere. You have the food trucks that are open. The favorite taco shop is open. There's couches that are out there.
Food trucks and a taco shop? The people on television pretend this proud, independent nation is some kind of ethnic food festival.
They want to see this police department defunded or even abolished. Short of some type of major concession, they're not going to leave voluntarily. And we should point out that Washington is an open carry state. And no doubt some of these protesters are armed, Anderson. So you have to worry about the potential for bloodshed, the potential for violence.
Chaz has guns.